Hey there, everybody. Welcome to Fresh Out the Box. Oh my god, what's wrong with my cameras? Hi, I'm Jahan Anon. I'm the Game Master. We're playing Fantasy Age from Green Run and Publishing, and I'm Jahan Anon.
It's me, Casualty CDG, and you can find me at Casualty CDG across all of the social media platforms. I'm the co-host of this show, Fresh Out the Box, and another show, Fresh Out the Podcast. That one's more pop culture-y. This one's more tabletop RPG-y, and I'll be reprising my role as Solwyn, the High Elf Illusion Wizard.
Does the E stand for entertainment?
No.
I'm AD Springer, also known as Corbinian, a variety of video game Twitch streamer and tabletop roleplay gamer, and I am returning once again to reprise my role as Harnassa, the Orcish Arquebusier.
Alongside Harnassa will be Belore, played by me, Aaron Baumier, also known out there as Aaron Dippity Doo, of Adventure Slaying Productions.
Och vad vill du ha det med? Är det möjligt med dig? What's up? It's Keon. I'm back at King Keon on Instagram. I make music under my name, just Keon. I just released a song. It's called Noose. It's a lot less intense than it sounds. It's on all streaming platforms. If people like it so far, I'm playing on it, and I'm a tanky fishman. Thank you.
Cal just dropped that fat single. Check it out. It's been a minute since we played. For reasons, stuff happens. But hey, here we are. We're doing it. Everybody's here. Most everybody's here. So, where we last left off, all of you have been dealing with things in this kingdom of... I always forget the name because I'm hilarious. Torrance. You guys are in Torrance. I always want to call it Latour. I can't help it. But yeah, so you guys are here. You've been dealing with some sleeping people. As strange as that might sound, there's been some sort of sleeping illness going on with the royal family. The king had it. Belore kind of fixed him. But then a creature appeared to steal the dreams of the princess, which you all chased into the woods and found a fey fall that leads into the realm from which Gary comes. There you did battle with a nightmare creature, some sort of feral fey that seemed to have been controlled by some kind of magical helmet. During this fight, the controller of the creature made themselves known. There was quite the hoopla. Gary, Solwyn, managed to get the princess's dreams away from the thin, tall, tentacled man creature, and ride like hell towards the castle. Doing so caused the creature to retreat, the tentacle creature. The nightmare creature, however, pursued on orders from the first. Belore interfered, managed to rip the control helmet off of the creature, but in doing so was then savaged by this creature. On the edge of death, she was happened upon by Lawrence, who was leaving the pursuit of the other, the tentacled man, who saved her life. So it was pretty close. It was one turn away from an actual player death. If we've had one on the show, I don't remember. Oh yeah, Thomas. Thomas is the only one that's ever died, I think. And that was crazy. That was the craziest death I've ever seen in a game. But
Which game was it?
Savage Worlds. During the Weird West campaign. That was a fun one. But here we are. You're back in the castle. Belore, you're awake and on the mend. The princess has also awakened, and so has the king for really the first time since y'all have been here. I guess we'll put you in your bed, Belore, where you will awaken The helmet will be on your table in there.
Nice. Cool.
Yeah, you can all... Yeah, you can regain your resources. We're not doing like an immediate... You're not under attack again or anything, so we'll do a resource regain here. Hernas, during all of this, you were sort of investigating around, trying to figure out what's going on, looking for tracks, and just kind of trying to get the general understanding of what this thing is. Your friends had more luck, though. But yeah, that's where we pick up. It will be... We'll call it kind of early-ish morning. Sun's been up for maybe like an hour.
Alright. Have we been up all night just coming off his investigation, or do we just go back to our rooms and we're waking up at 7 or 8 a.m.?
I'm actually going to have this be the following day.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to say Belore was, like, out for, like, a whole day. And, like, but we'll go to you, because you're the character that everyone was kind of worried about. And you'll have had a chance to rest up. You're probably bandaged. Your clothes are in a pile, torn and bloody. And you're wearing some kind of loner or something.
During the downtime, can I... I'm just going to try to, like, curry favor in the kingdom with those other politicians, rub shoulders, bump elbows, and just talk to people.
That makes sense. Well, actually, we will actually get to that. That'll be a thing. But yeah.
I do want to say that during this time that I'm like recovering and healing, I spent a lot of that time lighting candles. Like my room always has candles going and incense running, and with I'm like in prayer to Wishalia during this time of recovery.
I'm sure, yeah, it'll be comforting. Nothing mechanical will happen, but I'll say actually that one of the priestesses from the temple will hear of what happened to you. And while you were sleeping, you were kind of seen by her, and she would have left a favor. You'll find we'll say you find a pristine flower on your nightstand. It'll be a rare flower, not from, like, here. Something very difficult to cultivate. Some sort of, we'll call it a rare orchid.
A rare orchid?
No.
It is incredibly beautiful. I haven't seen anything, well, a few things so lovely as this.
I'll say you notice it while praying.
Cool.
Yeah, so you're awake. Lawrence, you're fine. Everyone else was pretty much fine, right? I mean, I know you guys were a little hurt.
Yeah.
But nothing
I was pretty
serious.
much fine. I think she had healed me up a lot and then took a bunch of damage.
Oh, yeah.
Something like that.
I was actually totally fine, but had blown a ton of my spell points, which I've now recovered.
Yo, I blew my spell points.
Yeah, she was bitten and then shaken like a doll. It was brutal. But
Right.
Gary, so you're
Okay.
you're hobnobbing with all these people.
Yeah, I'm knobbing hobs for sure.
Yeah, I mean, there are lots of people around. People have come. The word has spread quickly through the city, at least, that the king is conscious and well. And people who have been trying to see him are having audience with him. So there's a lot of people from around locally that are here.
I'm gonna stick to the nobles, not the local folk.
Some of them are noble, not many. There are some merchants and whatnot. But we will say, let me see. Man, Jahan, you're just so prepared, man. So prepared. I had my Fantasy Age notes open and everything. All the names of all the important characters. There we go. There they are. Oh man, I forgot about Patch Eye Depth Perception. Forgot all about that. Oh, God.
What happens when you have a button in your chat that lets your chat name
This
characters?
is what happens.
That's true.
Can I
By the
say-
way, you can totally do that.
Yeah. And I say, while this is going on, Lawrence is kind of upset because his buddy Hector Adonis went out for a pack of smokes and never came back. And so he's going to be, while Solwyn is hobnobbing with the hobnobs, I'm going to be fiddling with the fiddlesticks, if you know what I'm saying.
We'll say at this point, word has reached you that the reason he stayed behind in prison when you got out was because he needed to help a friend make an escape.
Who is he, Hector?
Hector. So word will have reached you by now that Hector has escaped from prison with somebody. So I'm gonna put him over there for a while since he's got little leagues. Hi Vampire, yeah. Gary and Keon and Corbinian. Everyone put Aaron, but I imagine soon Aaron. It's coming.
Maybe not.
It's coming. Maybe not.
I'll just be left out.
Maybe not. Oh, there it is. There it is.
It is. Thank you.
Remember how impatient he was with you whenever you think about powering him up, Vampire Bites? I was patient with you.
playing to the audience. That's my little performer. But yes. So there's a couple nobles here that have traveled and arrived here recently, one of whom will be sort of a dark-haired man, sharp features, tall, angular, wearing the ruffled shirt and like the fine burgundy overcoat, dressed very well, and he brought with him a much younger man who is apparently his son. That's a good. Those are good marks for you if you want to talk to nobles. And there will also be just a younger man by himself who also has the noble bearing from nearby. But either one of them, you can speak with.
Let me go for the guy and his son. See what they're up to.
Alrighty.
Really, I'll just make the circle. As long as I have time to talk to these people, I'll probably talk to everybody.
Sounds good. I was just stalling for time.
I figured. That's why I was like, you know what? Why would he make me pick one guy to talk to? I'll talk to all of them.
Oh, you know
Squared
why.
that away. Let's do it. Let's talk to the interesting ones and skip the ones that are red herrings.
Yeah, you'll talk to. None of them are red herrings. They're all interesting.
Oh,
all right.
Well, then add a couple of red herrings.
Okay. There's a guy in the corner in a denim vest. His name's Red. Red herring.
All right, I take it back. Let's not do it.
Okay, good. So yeah, you'll go up to the man and his son. They'll be in the garden, being attended to by.
Hi, my name's Red, and this is my son Herring.
Omar Sesto. That's Sesto. So they're the Sestos.
They sound like they would own a pasta sauce.
They're more like Zesto, am I right?
Hell yeah, you got it.
And the son's name's an even better pasta sauce. His name's Tuliano Sesto.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, they have traveled a long ways. From the island. They're all from the island. With these names, how could they not be? But they have come to seek audience with the king.
What is it you're looking to speak with the king about? I'm no advisor or anything, just nosy. And if it's none of my business, I'll keep my nose right out of it.
Well, you see, my son here, he is of age, and I'm looking to perhaps make a match for him. Of
It
course,
just so happens I'm close personal friends with the princess.
that is who we would like to speak with. Well, to her father, of course. See, my son here, Tuliano, he's a shy boy, but he's a good lad. He does seem kind of. I mean, he hasn't spoken yet, and he's probably like 15. Like he's young. He's blushing. He has like a couple little wispies on his face.
You must be the heir to the Sesto family.
Yes.
My pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Yeah, my pleasure. You are...
My name is Solwyn. I'm the third son of the Emperor of the Sun. I hail from the Fey realm.
I'm not naming somebody that Keon. Not naming somebody Zesto Molesto. It's not happening.
Yeah, because Sesto is their last name, so it would have to be Molesto Sesto. He's not going to name somebody with the last name Molesto. That isn't even... It would have to be Sesto.
Foolish.
Yeah.
It's Molasto, you peasant.
Have you ever met Italian, Keon? Molesto's
Yeah,
a first name.
Not in my part of the world, where it's cultured.
Molesto is just inferred when you're in Italy.
Oh no.
They talk with the hands.
All right, let's get out of here. Let's stop bashing our Italian fans. Let's dig ourselves out of this and keep going.
Vampires hate Italians because they don't like garlic, so that works.
It's fair. It's fair. Oh man, I don't like any of these names. Oh, these are awful. All right, I'll take that one. There we go. But yeah, so we came from the north side of the island. We have a nice town over there. We have lordship over. What about you? What are you doing here?
I've come to seek aid from the human realms. We are in danger in our realm, and we seek an alliance.
Well, if you can get my son married to the princess, surely we can help you.
I much appreciate this offer, and your word is... It means a lot to me that we would have your word so easily.
It's
I
not,
would like...
it's not really easy. I'm asking you to make my son the king in the future.
Oh, yes, but things like that are trivial and easy. It's just a conversation or two, you know what I mean? But I'm talking about the lives of kingdoms, thousands, millions of people, all dying. So, do you think your troops can handle a full-force invasion of the Fey realm against witches and things of the like? Great terrifying beasts, magic, incursion.
I mean, we've never faced such things before, but my son's a strong lad, and he'll almost knock him over with a pat on the back. The older man is not large. He's just kind of tall, but he's like he's got that machismo, you know. He's got that. He's one of those hit you on the back kind of guys.
Very cool. Very, very cool.
I'm sure, you know, with the kingdom's resources at our disposal, perhaps we could figure something out here.
Yes, and what did you say it was that your family made their living doing?
We're nobles.
Yes, do you own a fleet, or perhaps a banking guild?
We own the city, by right of blood. We live off the taxes. Do you not do this where you come from? He's like explaining how horrible royalty is to you.
The leaders of our noble houses, how do I say, generally have something to offer.
Yeah, we offer the people leadership.
You see, my house, my father controls the fury, the wrath, and the heat of the sun itself, the eternal burning power of every life-giving element.
Yeah, I mean, we sometimes we throw some pretty amazing parties.
Yes, I shall see to speaking to the princess in your favor. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you for yours. And he's gonna hit his son in the back of the head and start like telling him stuff in a language you don't understand very quickly. I'm not gonna do fake Italian for you guys though, because it's just gonna be bad.
Meatball!
You did it.
Gabagool, gabagool.
Oh, gabagool. Oh, boy. But yeah, there's a lot of people here. Most of them are, like, merchants and whatnot here to, like, gain the favor of the king, wish him well, that kind of stuff. See if they can offer their services. The only other noble that is here currently today is a man. He is about 30, tall. No, he's 30 is too old. He's like 20. Sorry, that just sounds so young to me now. It's like 20 years old in a crushed green velvet, one of those like poofy, what do you call it? Prince, what's his name? Prince Valiant, like a Prince Valiant uniform kind of thing. The poofy shoulders, and a sword at his hip.
All right, I'll go introduce myself to this guy. This outfit already has me feeling on edge about him, though.
It's quite the outfit. But I mean, a lot of people are dressed like this here.
All right, let's go in. Let's dive into this conversation. Let's go talk to this guy. Good evening. My name is Solwyn. I'm the third prince of the sun. I come from the Fey realm. What is it that's brought your attention to this kingdom?
Oh, hey, nice to meet you. He'll offer you a firm handshake. Vitaly Mamon. I am here to, well, see the princess. It has been a long time since we've seen each other, but we are childhood friends, and I just came to wish her well.
Sorry, I missed your last name. What did you say it was?
Mamon. Mamone. Mamone. Mamone.
Do I recognize that name, like that last name, that surname, yet?
I mean, maybe. He is noble, and his family is established, so it's not like... You might have heard it around.
I just kind of want to throw out like a loose, how are your crops, or how is your vineyard, or whatever his family do?
Whatever his family do. Yeah. So they are from the sort of the south middle of the island.
Oh, that's where they have the meatball farms.
They are host to a large forest and timber production.
And they grow on the trees there.
Yeah. The meatballs, they fall from the tree.
Okay, so they're timber people.
Yeah, they're a lumber town.
How have the woods been treating you on your side of the island?
Oh, quite well. It's been a good year, for sure.
There has been nothing suspicious or terrifying in the woods, then.
I mean, he'll look at you kind of funny. Like, what do you mean? What have you heard?
I'm afraid it's what we've seen. As we've traveled across this fair land, we've found the forest and places of seclusion may not be as safe as they once were. We found creatures out of place and strange happenings, generally sleep-related happenings.
I mean, you'll see, like, sort of recognition. He's not quite sure what you're talking about, but you can see, like, he knows something. Yeah, go ahead. Let me see how forthright he's going to be with you. Give me a checky check here to talk to this man.
A thing. I think I have a thing.
Yeah, do the thing, and then you can do the talkie.
Communication. Yes.
Communication.
Okay.
I'll spend my boon to reroll my 1. Let's start this day off without a 1.
Okay, so that's a 14. Let me see where that nets you. That nets you on... Okay, that nets you at above challenging, so that's not bad. I thought you would have more for that, honestly. You only get +1?
I thought I had a thing that made talking to nobles better, but I guess I don't. I looked in my character sheet and didn't see it.
Huh.
Like some kind of etiquette type thing.
Yeah, I thought you did too. Whatever. I'll give you a +1. Just knock you up to that hard difficulty. he'll look
my,
at you.
my
He'll-
background is upper ambassador, upper social class ambassador, if that means anything to you, if that helps.
Yeah, I mean, you are noble, and you've certainly acted like it. So, like, it would be weird for me not to give you something when actually finally talking to one. But he has one hand like on the hilt of a pretty long rapier with an elaborate hilt, and he'll gesture forward towards like the rest of the garden, just kind of start walking, kind of like a walk and talk. Yeah, there have been some problems. I mean, you know, a kingdom this large, people are bound to go missing in the woods, but it has become very noticeable. Reports of men waking up in the middle of the night and just leaving their houses and never being seen again.
My adventuring party and I have had some luck in infiltrating and ceasing these types of disturbances. We're becoming quite adept at it. This shall be perhaps our fourth or fifth one, if we decide to come help you. What is it you could offer for us? We would be willing to lend you our services if something in kind should be returned.
I mean, my family, I mean, we do have money, but, I mean, if that is enough, then
I find money can be stolen. The things I seek are much more fluid.
What do you mean? Yeah, I mean, he'll, like, lean in, like, genuinely curious.
We are seeking an alliance across this human realm. This alliance should be a combination of all kingdoms, including the Old Kingdom. However, we must bring an end to their ways. If they're not willing to part with their ideals as easily as we hope they are, then we may need some help swaying their opinion of the old way, of the new ways, the churches and such. Of the old ways, I suppose. What I say to you is to mean, we look for a human alliance to invade the Fey realm, to put my father or my brother back on the seat, as our kingdom has been forsaken. To do this, we may need to unite the human realm.
This is a tall order, Sloan.
Yes, and how many more people have to go missing before this order is of equal price?
Many more if it's to equal the cost of war, I think.
We seek to avoid war as we've already attempted to curry favor with the Great Church. It seems we have a common enemy in the dark cultists of this world.
My people, I do not believe, would be interested in invading the Fey realm. As grand as it might sound, I do have other things to attend to, though. I'm sorry. And he'll, like, bow and, like, walk away. Like, kind of abruptly.
Before you go, one last thing. Could you guide me, mark here on the map where you're having these problems? I should like to investigate.
He'll highlight an area of the woods for you. Yeah, that's fair.
We'll at least send a scout. See if we can make sense of what's happening in your woods.
That's all I can ask. Thank you.
No, bow.
And you'll leave on better terms. Hernas, you haven't done anything in like a month now. What do you want to do?
Damn.
Make your voice heard. I want to give you some time here.
The Hernasa is very much focusing on walking the grounds quite a bit. Basically staying close to the manor and castle itself, and eventually going further out and doing big loops around it. So largely trying to get very familiar with the land so that it becomes easier to track down invaders or anyone who's trying to escape, because there could be, especially if there's anything like cultist tracks or any strange creatures from in the Fey realm, that sort of thing.
Yeah, give me some sort of tracking survival check. Probably perception, I would say.
Yep, tracking perception for sure. None of my talents apply. I just have my Mark 1 eyeballs.
Too much Satan for one hand, bro.
Damn.
Damn,
Well,
that's not bad at all. Those stunt points?
Nice. Mm-hmm.
all the stun points.
Let's see. How good are the stunt points for this kind of thing here? There's exploration. That's not really good though for you right now. What about?
Actually, I'll actually throw some exploration in. I have what, 6?
Yeah.
6. I'll bite 2 of it into speedy search, so it takes me half the time. Like basically, he's doing the whole Last Mohican thing, where he's not like slowly doing the same thing and slowly getting used to surrounding. He's like sprinting, like running around a bunch, but he's still able to keep track of what he's doing. And text.
I mean, you. Just,
I'll probably throw some that makes me wonder, depending on what you tell me. I might throw that makes me wonder and have an additional perception on top of what I find.
Oh yeah, go ahead and do that. That's good. That actually does kind of feed into what I was thinking, anyways. Okay. So you're doing this whole thing. You're familiarizing yourself with the grounds. You wind up meeting a few people doing this. The stable boy will, probably take interest in what you're doing and maybe bug you a couple times.
Hey, if he's willing to keep up with my jug, he's free to come with me.
Hey, yeah, man, that'd be real cool. But he'll follow you around, and you guys you'll go into the woods. You'll be able to see the battle scene from when Belore almost bit the big one. It seems when you get to the glade that the Fey portal may be closed, or you cannot access it for some reason.
As I recall, the tree said he was going to close it, so that makes sense. Or he said he was going to anyway.
Most of the tracks you see are weird. You see the tracks of people fighting something that isn't leaving tracks. The only tracks that aren't your party's that you see are kind of like burnt into the grass a little bit. Like dead grass footprints leading from where you remember the portal and then going back. But
like they came out of that portal, then they went back into, and then the tracks just abruptly stopped because they went through a portal. Yeah.
But while you're searching the grounds, you do actually look around inside the building, or inside the walls, rather. You will come to the base of one of the walls, and you'll see something odd there. You'll see some markings that seem deliberate. You're not sure what they are, but there's a symbol written on the ground.
Is it marking in like chalk or paint or something, or is it like carved in?
You touch it. It's definitely written in something.
No, I'm not touching that.
That
could be magical.
It could be magical. It's not chalk, but it's not carved either. It kind of smells.
Did I see any tracks that came to this spot or leaving this spot? Other than mine. And his.
I'm not going to make you roll again. Yeah, you'll see some faint track. I mean, you see a lot of tracks. You only see one set that, like, is kneeling. Like, it looks like someone kneeled here.
Is the stable boy with me?
He's, like, looking around. He doesn't know what you're looking at. Like, he's just kind of, like, yeah.
I kind of look at him for a beat longer, because I'm out of surprise of why doesn't he see this? I'm like, oh, right. Most people aren't that perceptive. Never mind.
Yeah.
Emidio, come here a moment.
I was just double checking his name. That's right. Emidio Veltri. Oh, yeah. Hey, how's it going? Did you find something?
You ever see something like that before? I wouldn't touch it. It could be magical.
He'll look around. What, that?
Yeah.
Huh. I mean, it looks like, I don't know. No, I haven't seen anything like that before.
All right.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it is. Could you get word to my fellows and let them know that I'm here and I found something?
Yeah, I guess.
Of most pressing is either our priest or our elven guest, but this may be of some importance.
Yeah, I'll go find him. And then he'll, like, stand there for a while and kind of look at you and be like, oh, yeah, right. And he'll, like, start running off.
I'll load up my rifle and pistol, and then I'll find some place to kind of watch the spot and hide, just in case someone comes back to investigate, to touch it up.
There'll be, like, some a worker woman, like, with buckets of water, like, as you're loading your gun. She'll kind of eye you, like, like, what the fuck? And, like, she'll start walking faster. You're just loading guns. She's just kind of nervous about it.
Hernasa nods as if this is perfectly normal, like morning sort of nod, like hello. Do.
She'll kind of hurry away. But yeah, Kian, what is Lawrence doing?
Said, I guess while they're chatting with the fancy folk, I'm going around to the streets and the gutter folk and hanging out with them.
Are you asking stuff, or are you just hanging out?
Yes.
So you're just trying to...
I think I'm asking stuff.
What are you trying to ask? What's your interest? What are you interested
in? Mercenaries or like militia people maybe that we could also enlist.
Oh, you're like looking to see if anyone's down to like fight evil Fae?
Sure.
Okay. Give me a communication streetwise if you got it.
What would that be under for communication? No, I don't have street. But just roll communication.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's not the best,
Yep.
but it's okay. Oh boy! I don't think you're gonna find much person looking to get involved in no sort of Fae shindiggery, my friend.
Wait, who is this?
You don't recognize him by his glorious mane
Oh, I
cascading down his Kentucky shoulders?
Yeah, they are.
When you fail a communication check, you can be sure, Kentucky Waterfall's not far behind.
Suppose I should write down his name. He has a contact of mine.
Is this guy gonna give me some exposition, or should I jump in? I think I'm just gonna go rejoin the main group. I forgot that I can't really, I'm not a great communicator on my own.
You did real pretty. Yeah, you have a 0. It's not great.
Might I recommend, since you're already out, popping elbows with the lowlifes, as it were, do a little streetwise check. Put your ear to the ground and see if you hear people talking about anything interesting.
Do you have streetwise? Or anything?
He has the pirate background, right? He might have something like that.
He might have something.
I have a 1 in perception. I have natural lore. That's all I really have. That's all I got from the pirate stuff was like the ocean knowledge.
Because he's an island boy.
Man, I miss those guys. It was a good time.
They're both dead.
Yeah.
Are they really?
No.
No.
No. They're broke
They're
again,
dark
though.
fast.
And it's really funny.
Penguin. Ooh, thanks, Ruin.
But yes, unfortunately, Old Kentucky Waterfall is spitting hot. Oh, you did a perception.
He said listen.
Okay, yeah, you can listen. You'll be hearing a lot about, people talking about the king. Like, I guess he's awake. All the merchants went up that way. Maybe now's our time to rob them. That kind of thing, while they're all up in their castle, maybe we could just, lock the doors, burn them all in their keep. Kind of just like that kind of talk. There's crime talk you hear a lot of. You definitely find people who are sellswords and cutthroats. You can definitely put your ear to the ground for that.
Okay. I'm gonna talk to some to chat up some cutthroats, man.
Okay. I mean, you definitely rolled high enough to hear a cutthroat bragging. Let's see.
They better have a fun voice.
It better be very high in your range, just enough to hurt it, but not enough to damage it.
Like high in my range? Like that? Is that what you mean?
Or incredibly low. Incredibly low? Apparently I'm freaking... Anyway.
I gotta find a good one.
Turn to Dave Thomas for a half second.
There we go. That's a decent name. Yeah, you find a man bragging about a recent job he had where, he killed 100 soldiers single-handedly from the kingdom, all while defending a woman so fair. She could have been fey kind. Like he's bragging. He's definitely. I mean, obviously, it's not true. But
it could all be true.
It could all be
I
true.
don't know. He could be the guy from Berserk, but I don't think you intended to take that.
But you you do hear a man bragging at the bar.
Yeah.
Not to everybody, just to like a couple people over playing darts.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna walk up to him because I do have a way to get some information out of him when it comes down to it. I bloke. What's this about a fairy princess you got on your arm?
Oh, what have we have here? Look at you. You're beautiful. He'll slap you on the face, like in like a friendly, an overly friendly manner. Yes, I was just telling my friends here that there I was, facing against the whole army of the kingdom, the whole army, and I was the only thing between them and this woman's virtue. They were coming for it. They were going to take it at the tip of a sword, but there I was, the one-man army, Dino. That is me.
Can I just like punch him in the face while he's saying that and see if he tries to block it? If he's fast enough to block my punch.
Do you want to see if like he's as good as he says he is?
Yeah, I'm just gonna punch him in the nose.
Let's see.
Like hard enough to break it if he doesn't move.
Yeah.
Oh, you're so badass, huh?
Make an unarmed strike.
Big fast smart
Just
guy.
do a fighting brawl check if you got it.
I don't have brawl. Can I just do fighting?
Yeah, you can just do fighting. Yeah.
Oh, that might be good.
You'll throw a punch.
No! Stop! I have a reroll one of them.
Do you want to hit him?
He doesn't want to lightly
I don't
caress
want
his
to like
face.
embarrass myself.
No, that's fair. Yeah, you do you, man.
5. There we go.
All right, I gotta look stuff up. What's that all together? That's
5 and 3.
14, 13. 'Tis a 13. All right. You shit.
It's a nice solid.
My name's Keon. Make up a character that give him stats right now. Yeah, let me see. You do hit him. You do hit him.
I'm not. Yeah, but it's more of like okay. I didn't mean like to initiate combat hit, but I guess that's what's happening.
I mean, that's the only kind of hit. Yeah. So you punch him.
Say you wanted to break his nose, though.
Yeah, you
You're
punch
Plus
him.
side, it's like 1d3
not hard
plus
to do,
your
though.
strength.
You do hit him in his leather armor. He sort of backs away. What's your strength?
It's only 1 now.
Yeah, it's not enough to hurt him through his armor, so like he'll just sort of, oh, what the hell? You do not like my story.
I was just trying to see how such a badass would handle a blow from a bloke like me.
Haha.
I like this.
I
It is an audition.
I mean, we got Steve. He's kind of holding down.
Let's settle this like men. And he'll throw a knife down into a stool, and then he'll pick up some darts.
Okay.
Not where I thought that was going.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm gonna make him somewhat erratic. I already got this guy. I made him really quick in my head. I know exactly what he's like.
Oh, crap.
But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and do just a throwing contest here. Let's see how this goes. Accuracy. Yep. Ooh. He's gonna throw one without looking, and it's gonna miss the board. Not my finest hour. But he'll put his hands on his belt like he's winning. Like he's totally he's got one foot on a stool. Go ahead and make an accuracy check if you would like to play darts with
I
this.
give you the first one for free.
Pretty, yeah,
Oh, it's just accuracy.
yeah, just accuracy. You have a mic. Okay, this will be a fun little contest.
Hey.
Toyzilla with a network of 6. What's up, Toyzilla?
In the house. What's up, Mr. Capel? Welcome to Fresh Out the Box. Plays Fantasy Age from Green Run Publishing. Did you get an 8?
Yeah.
It's okay. You actually did better than his first roll, so that's okay. It seems that we are not on the board. For real this time. And he'll...
For real this time.
Toyzilla Network has joined at a great time.
Not good.
Two guys who are big fish story guys are having a knife throw off in a bar that is no one's hit the board yet.
No, so he hits the board on the edge. It's not a good hit. It's not close to a bullseye. But he's like, aha, see? I am already winning.
Let me show you how a real man does it.
Okay, yeah, no, you hit right next to his dart, a little bit better than him.
Aha.
The man
The
can
crowd
throw.
of 5 people who were watching.
They start dispersing.
This is the worst game of darts ever. They're barely hitting the board.
There's an old man in the corner. He's just kind of yucking at him. He'll hit the spittoon from a mile off.
The darts are just hitting the numbers. It's not even hitting the colored darts.
Darts underwater is different, so it's hard for me to do it without underwater.
That makes sense. Yes. I can see how that would be difficult, yes. But I, however, am at home on the land. And he's gonna nail this one.
Well, if throwing darts underwater is easier for you, maybe you should just take a sip of water next time before you throw.
He's gonna spit.
I'm very close to going fully ape shit on you right now. You need to watch yourself.
To the old man?
You need
You
to
should
watch
just
yourself.
get to gargling whenever you throw them out of your home.
I'll give you something to gargle if you don't get out of my business.
Wouldn't be losing your caviar?
I was trying to work in some caviar there. Yeah, no, that's good. It's good. But no, that's that wouldn't be. He'd be just shooting regular old sperm. All right, so go ahead and make the roll. Yeah.
All right.
Gary's like, did he just say sperm?
It's like, what happened?
Okay.
I think you hit the wall.
Big puppy.
So he misses the first one, right? You missed the first. Oh no!
Aaron, where you go?
Did she freeze? Ah!
Yeah, she's back.
Yes, who's back?
And we back.
Back again.
Back again.
Yeah, everyone's back. Yeah, alright, so. He misses the first one completely, wasn't looking. You missed the first one too. He hits the board, you hit the board a little better. He hits the board again and you miss. He's like, ha-ha! 2-0. That's not how you play! Somebody will say, it'll be Don Knotts just standing. Oh! The worst game of darts I've ever seen! And he's just gonna run away like this with his ascot. Yeah.
You're still over 200. On 3 throws.
Yeah,
That
it was really
such a
bad. It
Lovely
was really
game
bad.
of darts with my new best friend, Benjamin Schmishmagels.
Uh,
Now
the,
that we have gotten
the
what's
name's
it again?
Dino.
Dino Dinosaur, great friend of mine. Now that we're blokes, mates, what's the deal with this fairy princess? We've got a right ponce in our party who claims that he comes from a fairy dimension that needs to be surgically get some darkness removed.
There I was on the island, right? The volcano was fuming. And they were going to throw her in to appease their volcano god. But I said, no! Dino say, no!
Nice.
And then I took her and saved her life.
Yes. And she is now located where?
Oh, I do not know.
I bet you this.
You put her down somewhere?
She wanted to, how do you say, tie me down. But my only love is the sea.
Yes,
So
I
then-
tell you, sometimes that love for adventure and love for the sea will really come for you in most intimate relationships.
Oh boy. Why do you ask?
Well, this tells you about the right points in my group. Jesus blood won't leave me alone till I help him exterminate the evil presence in his fairy kingdom, and you seem to know one of the fairies, so take me to the fairy.
Oh no, she was just simply so beautiful. She was as if a fae.
But the way you made it sound,
See, he's gonna buy you a drink. He's gonna spend the next 30 minutes explaining how poetry works to you. It'll be an illuminating conversation. But yeah, I mean, I feel like you guys are probably chumming it up. Probably
Get
chumming
it?
up.
Chum, fish, get it?
Chumming it. It wasn't completely unintentional, yeah.
pretty good. Pretty good.
Shooting back on over to the beleaguered and bashed Belore. You're awake. You have not left your room yet. What do you want to do?
Well, I need to get my robe repaired because I don't want to be in, these other rags or whatever they are. I have a duty to be recognized as a cleric of Shalia. But besides that, I want to check in with the princess and the king and everybody and see how they're all doing. What happened? I don't remember what happened when we returned. We returned the princess's dreams to her, right?
Yeah, someone slam dunked them into her face.
That's right. Yep.
Like
And I think
straight
I was
up
out.
LeBron.
Dang, I
That's
wish I
because
said I missed that.
I had to. It's actually part of the ritual. You can't
Hmm.
put them back in unless you follow intricate steps that end with slam dunking the dreams.
That makes a lot of sense to me. That's very reasonable. So I want to see how it's been since her dreams got slam dunked.
How have things been going since her dreams got slam dunked?
Mm-hmm.
She's doing okay. She is. If you want to speak with her currently, right now, her and her father are in the courtroom, like the throne room, attending to
Yes.
visitors.
Yes, I do want to speak with them. That'd be my first priority after coming to.
You'll
Besides sending off for my robe to get fixed.
Yeah. No, they'll take care of that for you for sure. You'll enter the courtroom. Solwyn, would it be weird if you were here? I didn't think so. So you'll see
That would
Solwyn.
not be weird. It's probably very likely.
Yeah, that's what I figured. You'll see Solwyn standing in here. The king is sitting in his throne. He looks okay. He looks tired, but he looks much better. And then the princess is sitting in a side throne to his left. She looks... She's hanging in there, you know? She doesn't look particularly happy. She seems kind of bored. And she definitely also seems tired. But there's a lot of people in here, like lined up to see the king. There'll be a fish merchant trying to settle a dispute about fishing rights in a cove, talking to them right now. That kind of thing. There's a line. You also see all the nobles I described previously in here, also waiting for their turn to speak. Which they also have to wait in line. So, you know. Yeah, that's alright, yeah.
I see.
What
I
a
see.
country.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, I won't get in line or anything to wait. I will just see, make those observations from afar for now, and catch up with Solwyn and check in with what he's been discovering being here, and just how things have been since we've returned.
To guess that the princess's mood is in regards to all the favors hands she's been offered. You see, many people have come here to try to win her affection, as it were, and she's not having it. However, the king is getting older and needs to pass on this legacy to someone, so I suppose that explains her mood. The rest of these people are interesting, but not noteworthy. I've been observing the council all day, trying to see how things in this realm work. It's quite fair, so as monarchies go.
I see. Yes, I can only imagine the princess's annoyance. That is something that was never going to be on the table for me. But it's certainly not something I envy.
Yes, I favor myself as the third son. I haven't yet grown the attention of these things. I'm still free to do as I please. A blessing, as it were.
Yes, at least in some capacity. And speaking of, none of these nobles were willing to join the cause then, it sounds.
I spoke to that man there.
The Cestos.
Mamone.
Oh, Mamone, yeah.
Mamone, he's a friend of the princess, and he hails from the other side of this island. His family is a wood-cutting fortune, and there's been strange things afoot in their woods. Since he is a personal friend of the princess, I believe he may be worth following up with. However, we got off on the wrong foot. I think he found me needy and despicable. A fair first judgment. Secondly was the Sesto family, who is known only for owning things they were born to own. They're uninteresting, but claim power, and claim that they would help us invade the Feyland. However, they have little to no experience. So I'm afraid his word may mean nothing other than bolstering.
I see.
I do wish you luck in your conversation with the princess. Hopefully what her and the king have to report back is more favorable.
As you're watching, several more, what do you call them? Not sycophants. What do you call it? You know Corbinian. What do you call people that are talking to the king like this? Supplicants? Yeah, supplicants. There you go. A few more supplicants will go through. A few more disputes, a couple just well wishes and promises of, helping out with certain things and asking for favor and that kind of stuff. You'll notice the princess will notice the man in the crushed green velvet. She'll smile and wave. She seems genuinely excited to see that person. That's Vital. That's Vitaly and Mamone. They are friends. And she'll notice Belore as well. Belore, she'll wave to you, and she'll look at her father.
Seems your presence is requested.
And she'll get up from her throne and kind of come to the side. She can leave. It's not a big deal. Oh, Belore, you're doing much better. It's
Yes. Thank you for the those you sent to help. I appreciate it. I think I am good now.
She'll grab your hands in a very friendly manner and be like, "You risked your life for me. I owe you all such a debt." And she'll gesture towards Solwyn as well.
Yes. Well, it is what we are here to do. Do what we can for this realm and for each other.
Hey, there you are. Hey, it's me, Emilio. I'm walking here. Right?
Stable boy?
Yeah, Emilio will show up. Hey, I've been looking for yous. Your friend Hernas, he's outside. He says it's urgent. He's over there looking at some weird markings on the wall. I don't know, rooting around in straw. It's real weird.
Sometimes I wonder if Hanasa just does this just to get under my skin. He knows I'm enjoying a day of court. There's nothing I'd like more than to sit here and watch all of the supplicants come through all day and see how they're fairly judged.
As you're...
He wants me to waste my time parading around outside.
Oh, it's okay. It sounds very important. You should get to it. As she's talking, you'll hear some trumpet blasts. As the doors will open for the guards, a small retinue of kingdom soldiers will walk in. Just small. There's like 5 of them, and they'll be escorting one person. This person will be kind of dressed just in a very nice tunic, in the red of the kingdom. Very nice pants. The pointed shoes, dressed to the nines, and he has one of those, like, almost a beret, but it's like one of those poofy hats with the feather, you know what I'm talking about? Like, those look sick. He looks dope, and he has, like, the half cape, like, over one shoulder, and he'll stand very important, and he'll walk right past the line. No one stops him. He stands before the king. So, as they start getting closer, guards do, like, move in a bit, because they're like, oh shit, like they're just going
over to the princess during this and be like, who is this?
It looks like a representative from the kingdom. I don't know anything beyond that.
From the old kingdom.
This is quite unusual. And the man, he will unfurl a scroll and start reading. Should have written this out. I'm gonna improvise it. Fuck it, I'll do it live! Do it live! Where did I write his name?
Guy just reads off the secret recipe to meatball subs.
Meatball subs. Nah, he's not from the Italy country.
Exactly. He's kingdom-splaining to the guys who know meatballs.
Okay. Take out 1 Subway baguette from the freezer, and thou shalt put it in the silicone mold and deposit it in the oven. Yeah, so.
Remove the clear plastic bag. Let the contents thaw. As the red sauce thaws, grill the meat. I'm good.
I got it.
The meat should be a mixture of meat, breadcrumbs, oregano.
And it shall be eaten not before the 11th hour, but not after the 12th. Yeah, so. This man will undo a scroll. It's a very fancy scroll. He does it with a flourish. He's standing before a king like a dick. Like, he's, like, this is kind of a dick move. But, King...
really appreciate his gumption.
King Daedric Greystone, first of his name, king of all the land, blah, blah, blah. He'll start listing off titles. Has requested audience with the king of Torrance. And he starts listing off like in 1 week's time, the king has already set sail, and you will host him for an urgent summit of urgent business. He says it way better than I'm saying it.
Are you sure? This guy is kind of a prick.
He is a prick. And then when he finishes reading, he closes the scroll. The king looks at him. And, like, everyone's, like, hushed. No one's talking. Everyone's just kind of staring. They don't know what to do. The guards aren't sure if they're supposed to be mad. But the king, he raises himself. He does have a little difficulty standing. He is still kind of, out of it. But he'll stand to, like, his full height. And he's kind of a tall guy. He's kind of a big dude. We shall host him, then. Let him know. And any of the kingdom's men shall be welcome, as long as our treaties hold. And he'll bow. Or, like, he'll just sort of, like, he'll nod. And then, like, they do bow. Just not probably as deep as they should. And they'll leave. Man, that was crazy. That guy just walked in here.
Momentous occasion indeed to have two kings of the realm in one place. Absolutely amazing. The fanfare shall be next to nothing, I would imagine.
It's definitely an unusual circumstance.
Hernas is waiting.
That's right, yes. It is good to see you well, Princess, and the king also.
She seems very concerned about what just happened, but she'll be like, yeah, you too. She's like deep in thought now. And she'll go and take her place back in the throne. And her father will kind of talk a little bit while they're sitting next to each other before they see any more supplicants. But yeah.
As we're leaving, I'll say to Solwyn, those representatives from the kingdom. It's amazing all that fine silk, but no eye for the world's beauty.
Yes, perhaps they're learning slowly. Some people must learn at their own rate. I just hope that they can find peace and love before it's too late.
Yes, that is the one hope that we can have to hold on to right now.
Man, y'all are nice.
We're gonna head out.
Last Friday.
That's what Emilio says. He's like man, y'all are really nice.
As we're trying to rendezvous with Hernassa, we'll follow our nose towards a fishy smell and rendezvous with Lawrence.
Oi!
Is it really Corbinian? That's hilarious. I didn't play it. It's okay. The Simpsons did it too. It's all good.
Hernassa is in the woods. He's found something strange and has beckoned us. So if you'd like to join us, we'll go look at what he's found.
Oh no, he's just right over here, around the corner.
Oh, he's just over here around the corner.
Hey, he's in the walls.
Oh, he's in the walls.
Well, he's like within the walls. You know what I mean? He's not like in the walls. That'd be weird.
What?
Who's in the walls?
He's within the walls.
It's still weird.
He's within the castle walls, yes.
Hernas is in the walls?
Yeah.
Why is he within the castle walls?
He's in the courtyard, which lies within the castle walls.
The courtyard hasn't any walls.
He'll point at the walls. And he'll just point at him.
What was the name of the jerk-off I was talking to?
Dino.
Alright, Dino, well, you've been quite an interesting fellow, but quite frankly, it seems like everything you said is bullshit, so I'm just gonna go back to my adventuring party and leave you be. Have a good one. Thank you for the drink.
You have a good one. Sure.
Nah, Dino's cooler than that.
I mean, he'll be like, all right. Fuck you too.
Hey!
Hey!
Spent a half hour, got a free drink out, and we go, you know what, guy? You're full of crap. See you next time.
Shit.
Okay.
You're full of fucking shit.
Hey, next time I will show you the skull of the shaman who is going to throw the princess in the volcano.
You said
You're
you had to
full
go
of shit is
princess. That was a
just-
whole different question.
It's just how they say goodbye in Fishman language is you're full of shit, bye.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're full of shit. That's how we say it.
What?
It just sounds like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
May
But yeah,
your
so
gills
I'm
be
with you.
thick with algae.
Then let us go to the courtyard and rendezvous with Hernassa.
All
with
of
our
you
full party.
rendezvous in the courtyard as Hernas is looking at a symbol drawn on the castle wall. On the inner wall, not the outer wall. The
I'll point out there
palace
was anywhere to
wall.
hide and observe the area. That's what I was trying to do as well before we left off.
Oh, if you're hiding, then yeah, you guys will hear like a psst over here. And you witness some stuff, but we'll get to that here in a minute. This is where we're going to take our break. Thank you everyone for watching. Thanks to Toyzilla Network for the raid, and thank all of you for playing. We'll be right back. Hey there, everybody, welcome back to Fresh Out the Box, the only game where you can box in the fresh with the fresh out the box.
Welcome back to Fresh Out the Box. I'm Jahananan, this is Casualty CDG, and we are shows.
I'm 80s Finger, also known as Corbinian, and why am I here? Oh, that's right, that's because I am playing Hernas, the Orcish Arquebusier. Also, I ferment things.
Wow, yes, hey, fermented things are great, and so is our Thursday night spent doing this, where I am playing Belore Cressings once again.
It's me, Keon, the VC, once again, but it's Thursday between the hours of 8 and 11, so you know I'm low with me, bud.
And licking the final bit of cheese out of a cheese snack. I'm hitting rock bottom. Hey everybody, welcome back. All of you are in the courtyard, approaching the whispering Hernas, who's like, pss, pss, pss. But yeah, so you watch the courtyard for a while, Hernas. Servants come and go through that area a lot. I mean, it's pretty common. You don't really see too much out of the ordinary.
Want to make sure there wasn't some cultists or maids touching up the emblem or anything. So.
Yeah, no, that doesn't happen while you're watching.
Yeah, once I see the everyone else come out, I'll
happens the second you turn your back. No, I'm just kidding.
After the quick whisper to let them know that I'm here, so they don't immediately attack the random orc hiding in the shadows, I'll step out and I'll walk over to the emblem and point it out with my rifle. I found that while walking about the grounds. I don't recognize the emblem in any way, but I don't think that was here earlier. When we first got here, I mean.
Is it a Fey symbol?
It is not.
Is it an Arcana illusion symbol?
It is not.
All right.
What kind of roll can I throw out it? Just like an intelligence flat roll to see if we can figure it out or recognize it?
Yeah. Does everybody look at it? You look at it, Keon? You don't need to roll.
Good find, Hernasa. 12?
You you don't recognize the language, but one among you does. Lawrence, you do recognize the symbol. It is the deep symbol of nightmares.
Symbol. I remember it from my nightmares. There was a man, but he was all burned. And on one hand, he had fingers like knives. And I was a high schooler, and I had big old breasts. And he gutted me, and he gutted me, and he gutted me, and he gutted me. And then Johnny Depp died. Johnny!
This is terrifying.
What the high schooler?
Yeah, wouldn't you like to?
I wonder what forebodes. This is darkness, surely.
Yeah, it's not good.
You said you saw this symbol in your nightmare.
It has some connection between the nightmare realm and the human realm. I remember it from when I was a wee fishling.
So directly, this symbol in your language simply says nightmare.
Yeah.
And you've seen it once before.
I've seen it once before.
When was that?
When was that?
Do you remember?
Well, it was probably right before the
This is some
final
LucasArts
attack,
writing here.
where my childhood was destroyed, right?
You've seen it during play. It was
Oh, it was Nash,
Nash.
right? When they were fighting that the shark people,
No,
and one of them.
it was carved. It was carved into the bar, in the city, on the island with trout water. When you first battled the shadow creature,
Sure.
it was there.
Yep.
Do you tell people this?
Yep. Everything you just said, I say it.
Is the symbol just like that symbol in the middle? Is that the only word? It's just the word nightmare? It's not like there's not other words in the circle or anything like that.
No, it's just the word nightmare written on the stone.
Do you think these markings show up before or after the nightmare attack? Either way, it's definitely related.
I would like to imagine they arrived around the same time.
Then when one suspects such a problem, they can find this symbol to confirm it.
There have been two magics at work throughout this. There's corruption that spreads both ways. I wonder if this is some dark symbol of the deep that they're used to communicate perhaps with the Fae.
Do you feel any connection of magicry or the arcaneness about it?
Let me feel if there's a magic impulse here, something arcane. 12?
I do think it was also on Nash, now that you guys mention it.
Wow, look at you, Keon. You nailed it, bro. You're awesome.
Oh my lord, dude.
Wow, nice.
12's okay. It doesn't, you don't feel any magic coming off of it. Whatever it's written in, it looks like some kind of blood.
If there was magic, there's no longer magic here that I can feel.
Well, that's a good sign, at least.
I wonder if we should break this sigil or leave it be. It's always dangerous dabbling in unknown magics.
I think we should make the king or the princess aware of this, so I know what to look out for in the future. Whatever bears this symbol is no friend of any of ours.
Show me on this emblem where the mage touched you. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, and just to make sure, GM, there was I've walked the grounds fairly thoroughly, and I haven't. This is the only time I've seen the symbol here.
Wait, what?
It's in this courtyard.
Yeah, it's the only time you've seen the symbol here.
Okay. Well, I know of no other. This symbol is nowhere else on the ground, so that much I can say. But I can't tell who drew it. But I do agree we should inform the masters of this domain to make their decision. If nothing else, to advise them to have it destroyed.
I agree. However, they do have much on their plate with the, oh, what? You two should know that the king of the,
The king.
other kingdom, the kingdom, that's right, that is its actual name, in case any of you forgot. He will be here for a emergency meeting with the king of Torrance in the island. So when do you remember when they said they would be arriving?
They have already set sail. This
That's right.
means that they're on their way perhaps no less than a month.
That's right, yes. So I suppose they should know of this issue immediately, and we should dispose of it quickly. And keep a watch out for any such should any other symbols appear like this one between now and the king's arrival.
Well, you know the finery of such things. I'll leave that to the two of you in fine court. I intend to walk about the rest of this manor to see if there's any other symbols hidden away somewhere in case this is some sort of prelude to an attack.
And now, so while you walk, perhaps you could ponder something for me. Why would, and who would, want to disable the king with nightmares and leave the princess stranded in decision-making?
His rivals, his family's rivals, enemy kingdoms, enemy tribes.
Perhaps keep your eyes peeled while we walk. You know, someone here drew this symbol. Someone who wanted the king out of the way, and the princess in charge.
Maybe it was the princess.
Perhaps it was Lawrence.
Stranger
Perhaps it
Things.
was. So
Either way, it was you're in your own realm. It was the court itself that was targeted by the shadow folk. It would likely be the same tactic they would employ in this realm, probably to greater effect.
You are all talking about some pretty crazy heavy stuff, so Medio's gonna get out of here.
Who?
Medio.
I forgot
Oh.
media was
Stable boy.
Bye, stable boy.
I'll give him a wave, it's like, oh, just chatting. Oh, okay, bye. You know.
Medio, before you leave, did you write this symbol out of blood here on the wall?
Give you a look.
What?
This symbol here on the wall made out of blood. Did you write this with your own blood?
No.
All right, thank you. That's all the questions I have.
Is that how you're gonna ask people?
Just you. I trust you. Surely you wouldn't lie to us.
I mean, I feel like if I wrote that symbol, I would.
Well, did you write that symbol?
No.
Well, then we shan't have any problem.
I look at Emilio and just give it like a, I don't know.
He's
sort of shrug.
He's gonna give you a pitying stare and then kind of walk off.
I don't understand her now. So did your friend want me to, like, hang him, put him on trial? I thought he liked that I let him go.
Well, it was a very... When one is hunting a deer, one doesn't walk point blank into the face of the deer. It tends to make it run away first.
Well, that's because your kind can't speak to animals now, can they?
Oh yeah, your animal comes out of your robes.
Shove it back in there, like the Disney cartoon that it is.
Hey!
Shove it in there.
But I was gonna sing a song.
Enjoy talking to animals, O noble man from far away. And I'll
see-
start walking away.
You see what you've done? You've totally busted up my street cred. I'll say down to the pocket with the sugar glider.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
Oh, I almost forgot. Lawrence, have you seen anyone of your kind here? Because that is your language, so maybe someone of your people wrote it here. But you're the only one I know of personally.
I'm pretty sure they all got massacred before my very eyes, and I blocked it out from trauma.
Lawrence, did you write that out of your own blood on that wall there?
Well, I am bleeding quite a bit, but I think it's unrelated. No, I don't believe I did.
Maybe it's worth looking into.
But dance.
Speaking of looking into things, have we considered that portal in the woods? Do we have a means to close that? Has that been dealt with?
I believe that's been sealed and dealt with, said my friend the tree. But we have not gone back over there and tried to open it again or make sure it's been closed. But I do trust the trees.
I was out that way not that long ago. There wasn't any new tracks that were along that way. The last one was from the burnt trail from the battle you had, I imagine.
Great, yes. Thank you, Hanasa. Thank you for checking.
The scroll's gonna pop out of Solon's clothes. Ah, that's what the symbol is. Yeah, I've seen that symbol.
Did you draw the... Never mind.
I didn't
Yes,
draw it.
Do you know who did draw it?
Can I tell you in song?
Please.
You actually know.
I don't know who drew it.
But...
Damn.
But I have seen it before.
I was going to tell you no anyways. No, you may not. Where have you seen this before?
It's on the thing that Belore brought back with her.
That's right. The mask that was controlling that shadow beast that we saw. I was able to peel it off, and it's actually in the room still. That is something that I wanted to share with you all, but all these other things were so distracting.
Hernasa's going to look at everyone's hands briefly to see if any of them have blood on them or like flakes of anything on. Like if I catch anyone red-handed,
You'll catch anyone red-handed.
I'll check. And actually, out of caution, I check my own hands just to make sure.
This mark is old and dried.
So could the mark on our fingers?
The
Old red-handed 2 days later.
I have fears
Worst
that
criminal
whoever created this symbol may have done so in their sleep, controlled in a nightmare, and they themselves may not know they've created it. This is why I asked Lawrence, not out of jest, but surely someone here may have a gap in their memory.
Da 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 da. Could be anyone.
Do I have a gap in my memory?
Yes,
oh, definitely.
Every night.
Yeah.
Every night from midnight until 6 a.m., Lawrence.
Yeah, you get blackout drunk like all the time. You have lots of gaps in your memory.
This it could be me.
It definitely could be.
Well, we do have a lot on our plate before we go and start accusing each other, but
But you understand that the gravity of our situation, this could have been anyone, asleep
Yes.
or awake, knowing or unknowingly.
Your fish person's blue?
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. What kind of fish? Like a sea bass?
I don't know. The person kind?
Doesn't quite track, yeah. I don't
I guess like an ocean catfish.
I think like creature from the lagoon sort of look.
Maybe some kind of herring.
That's it.
Thinking like Tom Kinch from League of Legends, like a big fat catfish monster.
Oh,
Well, I don't play crappy games.
Oh,
For
Penguin,
posers
that's a
and,
great idea,
children.
but I'm pretty sure Gary would quit.
a fucking musical? I fucking hate musicals. Oh my god.
Love it.
Oh, Gary, there's nothing wrong when you say what you feel in song.
Man, can I be the normal guy and everyone else is a musical?
Oh no, you have to sing terribly. That's how we know you're low class. You
You
see.
can be the Rebel Wilson.
The best musical.
Just call me low class.
You can just be the not talented one in the movie.
You're not from Canada, so that's half the problem right there.
That's fucking.
You are talented.
But yes.
Shit.
Parnassa will begin walking about the elsewhere inside the castle, looking for symbols or any strange blood trails, that sort of thing.
Yeah, you look around. We'll say you're doing that for a bit. What do the rest of you do?
Well, we do need to inform the princess and the king of this matter. I know they have enough on their plate, but it does need to be dealt with right away.
I think I threw my back out sitting here.
I think we can talk to them about this matter later in the evening. We should be guests at dinner. I don't think this merits us waiting in line nor cutting to the front of the kingdom and their issues.
Yes, that makes a lot of sense. And you would certainly know better than I, anyway.
There a maester or someone about the area who might know about magics or things like that? Is that something this kingdom would employ?
They do not have a house wizard, no.
Do they have like a house knowledge guy?
So, yeah, they do. That's... What's his name? Gandolfo? Yeah, that's Gandolfo Duro, the king's advisor. He's a pretty smart guy.
Duro being Spanish for hard.
Yeah, I'll talk to him.
Yeah, but it's Italian
Oh,
for also hard.
Probably also for hard.
Spanish, just better Italian. It's all Romance languages, same difference, right?
Here, you're muted.
No, he's talking to Annie.
Yeah, I was talking to Andy. There's like suddenly a nail in our floor that wasn't there before, and one of the dogs was walking out the room and yipped, and we were like, "What are you yipping about? There's just a nail sticking out of the floor."
Oh.
Right? Sorry.
Free
I'm
nail.
gonna talk to Gandolfo. Right, free nail. Now we
That's
can
some-
nail floorboards.
There's something there that wasn't there before.
Gandolfo, Duro, I was
It's a
listening.
nail.
I made notes. Let's go.
Explain to him what's going.
Something's,
Oh,
go-
Mike.
something's going on with your audio. You
No.
Okay,
No, it
you're better.
isn't.
You're better now. But it seemed like it drifted to your camera mic for a second there or something.
It didn't, and you don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, fair. That's fair.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, talk to Gandolfo Duro.
All of you have been booned by Vampire earlier. I meant to
Jesus
say
Christ.
everybody's booned.
Thanks a lot,
Thanks for
Vampire.
that.
Thanks for the boons. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Oh, we got more coming.
You could find
The hell?
Gandolfo pretty easily. He's yelling at some servants about like getting things ready for the king.
Sorry to interrupt. I'll make this brief. I have two questions for you. First of all, when is the second king expected to arrive?
Less than a week. We have to hurry.
And my second question for you, there is a symbol outside on the wall in the courtyard, an ancient symbol of the deep, written in blood that says nightmare. Would you like me to clean off that graffiti that certainly caused some sort of evil, or should I leave it for now and not disturb unknown magics?
Magics. You really think it's magic? Let me see this mark, and I will decide if it is magic. He walks like this.
I should quite like to be accompanied to the courtyard. It is a riveting day and a great day for a walk indeed.
He's a shorter man, but he takes big steps and walks quickly. He'll have an attendant following along hurriedly. They seem pretty, what do you call it? Like, beleaguered.
I sort of glide next to him as he has this hurried, shuffled pace. My long, elegant strides are much more clean. I'm a high elf in these sort of red, dark, crimson, and orange tipped robes that almost have gold sort of flickering. It looks like I even give off light a little bit. So I'm walking with him very majestically down this hallway.
You can tell that he's definitely practiced his walk. This is a practiced walk.
I practiced my walk longer than he's been alive.
He puts his hands, like he does a weird thing, like he's picking up like the top of like a sugar lid every time he does weird. He's walking very fancy, top tier fancy walk. He's wearing just like solid black, like that crush belt. Everyone's wearing crush belt. I don't know why. It's the fashion right now, but yeah. He will meet you outside. He'll look at it. He's gonna touch it though. He's gonna lick it.
Dick it.
Tastes like strawberry jam.
He jammed our radar.
This is probably some kind of animal blood. He'll look up.
Thanks, Horatio Kane.
He'll look up. This is right below the king's room. Very troubling. Maybe there is something to this.
We have found symbols like this in our past investigations,
Mm-hmm.
all of which have led to some sort of disturbing sleep-related magic.
And all of them marked in the same building where the dreamer was trapped in a nightmare. Or other dark magics happened.
One of you give me a communication check. Whoever does it will get a bonus for this assisted talking. But just to see how seriously he takes this. See how convincing you are.
I've rolled a 13. And then you said you'd give me a plusin, so I'll take a plusin for a 14.
It's okay. It does sound like it all goes together. Yes, this makes sense. I don't have time for this. Look, I need you to figure out whoever drew this symbol. Okay?
I see.
May be more difficult than that.
I need you to get this done for me. He walks like right, like his nose is almost on your chest, and he pokes you. And he's like, I need you to get this done. Capiche? It is important. We cannot have such things happen with the king of another kingdom here. It would ruin us.
Who is in charge of keeping the grounds and the courtyard?
See, when you say that, I want to say the groundskeeper, but then I'm just a dick. So I'm gonna go to my trusty little generator here. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Oh, that's even better. Okay.
I brushed 3 wood.
What? You're gonna want to speak to Bataro, the groundskeeper.
Tarlo?
Bartolo. Yeah.
Batalo.
Bartolo. Bartolo.
That's what you're doing.
Okay.
That's the guy, yeah.
Did you have any other questions, Solwyn? Or anything else you wanted to say? Very well. Very well, yes, of course. You're right, we can't have anything like this going on while the other king is here, especially when there are other matters going on even beyond this realm.
Is there someone who's in charge of the hunt, the king's land, the warden or something, perhaps? Or is it just this Bartolo?
Bartolo is the master of the grounds, yes.
All right, thank you.
He narrows his eyes, like angry eyes, but he's like smiling. He's like, "You're good, X. I appreciate it. All right, now be gone." And he'll walk away, very fancy, top tier fancy walk.
As a top tier fancy walk.
He waits at the door for his attendant to open it.
Door?
Okay, well that's something. Of course, that doesn't exclude the fact that anybody could be responsible for this. But perhaps somebody may have seen something or somebody.
Bringing in animal blood. It doesn't look as if
Yes.
the animal was slaughtered here.
No, there's no sign of like
Good
a lot
note.
of blood around here now.
Harnasa, you're quite the animal trapper, skinner, hunter.
Harnasa's left.
Oh, where'd you go?
Remember, I was walking around the ground. I was walking around like the castle and stuff.
Oh, that's
looking
right.
for traces of blood or other
Oh,
markings.
you're already
and stuff.
doing the thing then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a tracky boy. Let's see how well you do.
So I was like, whoa.
Mm-hmm.
It's not bad.
Nice.
Not bad. It's 15. Not bad.
Big fat 15.
It's not bad. You're walking the grounds. There is a servant's entrance through one of the walls that you are able to determine. Someone's opened recently.
I'll push the door open with my rifle, make sure there's no one like, in case someone's there waiting to jump at me or something.
Nope.
And then I'll take my pistol out and I'll kind of hold the rifle close to me because it's probably, I imagine it's a narrow space in there. And I'll just kind of start walking into the space, following the trail I found.
You'll walk through the door. It goes through the wall. It's a short trip, then you're outside again. You can follow a trail up back to the woods. It's a different trail than how you got there last time.
I'll tuck my pistol kind of still loaded, so it's kind of awkward, but I'll kind of hunker down with my rifle and I'll stealthily start following the trail to where it leads.
Excellent. The rest of you, what do you want to do?
Oh, one
Well-
other thing, John, sorry.
Boom goes the dynamite.
I'm gonna actually sprinkle a bit of black powder where at the part where I came out. So once I got outside, I'll sprinkle a little bit on the ground like a circle, and then I'll make a little arrow that points in the way I'm going, just in case they start tracking me down. They have a sign that it's me.
You head off into the woods. And the three of you are you seeking audience with anybody, or are you kind of waiting for the investigation to get underway?
Yeah, I was kind of hoping that they're happening sort of in tandem, our conversation with his investigations, that we can go to him with the information. Hey, is there animal blood around here? And he's like, hey, I found this animal corpse over here. And then we're like, cool, let's go talk to Mario Batali.
Yeah, sure. So you do follow this trail, Hernas. You do get into the woods. You're not near the portal or anything. You kind of stay on the main road for a bit. With your 15, though, you can see where they dipped off the trail. You see a broken twig, a snagged hair, black hair. And they go just straight off into the woods through the brush.
Does it look like the tread is someone moving very quickly, or is it someone who's striding purposefully?
Someone who's walking, yeah.
I'll find like a bit of wood somewhere, like a tree or a trunk or something. I'll take. I was about to say my knife. Do I even have one? No, my hatchet. Right, that's what I use. I'll take my hatchet and I'll just kind of I'll do a light chopping motion into the wood. Not enough to like really hurt it, but just enough to mark it. So I'll mark like an X there, and then I'll backtrack, try to find people back at the manor.
Okay. Cool. Smart man. But yeah, so you all reconvene.
I have discovered a trail leading out into the woods through some secret passages. It is a recent phenomenon.
This is great news. We've discovered that whatever this was drawn in animal blood. And we've been directed to speak with the sort of keeper of this place, Bernadello.
Bartolo?
Bartolo. Bartolo.
Bartolo.
I keep on the grounds.
Bartolo.
Yeah.
The keeper of the grounds.
Bartello Simpsoni.
Sony.
Donna J. Simpson.
Eat my shorts.
A Kawabunga.
It may behoove us, of course, to could speak with this master of the grounds. I think myself and Lawrence, if you're inclined, we too can begin following the trail to make sure whoever that wasn't trying to evade us or escape. But you may find evidence from this groundskeeper. I've left some markings along the trail, so I'll make markings of I'll take my hatchet out, kind of tap like an X like this, and you can just follow our trail that way.
We don't necessarily need to split up. The groundskeeper can perhaps await our questioning. If anybody's escaping us, we'd best all be on our way to follow them now.
What's your natural lore roll for, Kian?
I don't know, for like looking for stuff.
Love it.
What are you looking for?
You know, see where the stuff, blood.
Oh, I know one thing you could use lore for. Where a nearby place someone could hide out at, like a pirate would, like that sort of thing.
Yeah. Like a hidey hole.
Because you probably know the land more than I do, just off the back of your hand, I would guess.
Hole.
Mm.
Yeah, so I guess that kind of tracks. Is there like a known ravine or something in this area where people would likely be hiding that he would know from natural lore?
Not in the Kingswood. Wherever they are, it's not a known hideout. You know that much. And I'll also just let you know, because you rolled natural lore, that the blood seems to be chicken blood.
Alright, not my blood. They were practicing Santeria.
Well, you know what they say about fish people. They're the chicken of the sea, so you're not out of the woods yet.
That's racist.
And those people are wrong. As a maritimer, they are flat out wrong.
Chicken of the
Fish are fish, damn it. Chicken are chicken. They are not the same.
Yeah, fish don't have any feelings.
Shall we follow this trail and harass the groundskeeper at a later time? Oh, sorry, questioned him, sorry.
Yes, and yes.
I hate to let this opportunity for a joke slip by because I already did, but everything I eat has no feelings, Kian, because I make sure to get my meat from a narcissistic meatpacking plant where all of the animals were huge assholes.
There you go. Mm-hmm.
I love huge assholes.
Chitlins every night for dinner.
Good eating.
I'm gonna let that go. That's what I'm gonna do.
Just like Mama made.
Just like, what, buttholes? Oh, God.
I wasn't gonna point that out, but you just put your finger on it. Anyway,
Oh, no. No.
This bit stinks.
This bit does stink. And now so do my fingers. Alright, so we will continue off into the woods through this gunpowder laden...
No, please.
Laden hole in the wall.
Come again?
Yeah, you want to follow the trail?
I do.
Yes.
See, our heads are in the wrong space for what I'm about to describe, I feel. I feel like this is just a bad start to this. But he leads you back into the woods, right off the trail. X marks the spot. Through the brush, you can see just the faintest signs of someone's passing. Right into the brush.
No.
It's That's right. Right in the brush. There's a secondary smaller cave not far away. It looks like they almost went in there by accident, but then they found their way back. All right, I don't know what's going on. I can't stop. I'm sorry. So you are gonna enter into the forest, the regular forest. Okay. Excellent.
We're not saying anything. This is all you now.
Good. Give me enough rope and watch me hang by itself. Yeah, it's good stuff. But so yeah, you enter into the brush. It's mostly just dry twigs, so it's kind of scratchy. I swear I'm not doing it anymore. This is just what it looks like. But eventually, it kind of thins out a bit as you get a little deeper in, and you're now in the dark of the woods. See, this is what I meant. Oh boy, metaphors.
No, just clear my throat very vigorously. Don't mind me.
We're up in there.
Yep.
So we're up in there, yes.
But yeah, so you do get into the woods. It's still pretty. The trees are pretty packed tightly together in here. It's harder to move. It's not like the other clearing that you guys were in, where you had like a whole battlefield. Like this would be, if you got a fight in here, it would be interesting to say the least. But you continue to follow the trail. Don't get lost. Who's making the don't get lost roll?
I could do navigation.
Okay.
Map or anything, do I? No.
Damn it, Penguin, no. No, Penguin. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good roll. We'll say that you are able to navigate pretty well. You're even picking up some speed. Hernas kind of explains, like, just, go with the trees, I'll make sure we don't get lost, so don't worry. And you guys will speed through. It'll get a little more clear, but at this point, you're pretty deep into the woods. You will hear the sound of, just the lightest of brooks. Just like the faintest sound of water. And it is very dark in here. The sun's kind of going down, and the sunlight isn't really making it this deep into the forest.
Well,
I will highlight that I have dark sight to 20 yards.
Okay.
I've also got the good eyes.
Okay.
perhaps you two should scout a little further ahead of us because I cannot see a thing out here. I'll have to draw an arcane candle.
So
But I don't want to give away our position.
That'd be pretty bright. So let me better describe your position. So you just kind of came out of the tangled trees. On your left is like a pretty solid mess of trees, right? It's pretty thick. You could go through there, but it would be like difficult terrain times 2. It'd be hard, but also give you cover, armor, the whole shebang. In front of you, it goes forward to the right. There is just a little, it's like maybe a foot wide of just trickling little brook that's kind of spider veining through the woods.
A spell's been cast upon me.
Oh, there's stuff happening here.
Yes, so as we decided that Hernassa and I are going to scout forward, I think this is a better job for Hernassa, who can report back to us. So I'll hold up my hand and say, Vesel al-Hazir. And as I do, everyone watches Hernassa fade away from in front of us.
So, Solwyn just killed Hernas with a wave of his hand. Gone forever.
So I cast invisibility, and I rolled a 14. I was looking for a 14, and then I posted what the spell does in there for you so that you know what it do. Enjoy your +5 to defense while you scout around, you quiet little man.
You are invisible.
I will move softly, quietly, because I figure, well, not that I know I'm precisely invisible, but I will. Hernas would move quietly and carefully anyway, because he's tracking somebody. I'll see if I can pick up the trail again, because I know getting up to a brook, the trail would get disrupted. So I'm trying to see if it keeps going past it, or if the guy disrupted some of the. It'd be much harder roll, but like if he went up and down the brook, then I might try to re-pick it up somewhere else.
Yeah, go ahead and give me another tracking check here.
Sure. I am gonna boon one of those ones.
Which one?
Breaks the sun points, but I'd rather make the roll.
Yeah. Okay. That's a 15.
What's the 4? Yeah.
15 altogether. That's what I'm talking about. It's not bad. So you are able to track in here. Eventually, you find another set of footprints. A different set of footprints. And they seem to also be following the same tracks that you are.
Sorry, say that again?
There's a second.
There's another
set of footprints that seems to be following the set that you're tracking, but they came from up ahead, not from where you came from.
Does it seem like a large group of people or a small group?
Just seems like one set.
It's one person or one figure. Person? Animal?
Feet. They
2
do
feet, so that can be anything.
bipedal.
I don't have any sub points, so I can ask more. Okay. So I do pick up re-pick up the original trail I was following anyway, and I also found out there's another trail, there's another person or another figure that's
Someone else is out
following.
here. Yeah.
Okay. I will quietly make my way back to Solwyn. And
The damn
note,
thing about the invisibility spell is he could show up any time and scare the bejesus out of us. So we just have to. Oh my god!
I tap with the rifle on your shoulder.
Yeah, it scares the shit out of me for comedic effect. Oh Jesus! I thought you'd be gone longer. Oh Lord.
No one else out here.
All right. Well, shall we just stay here and stay low, or what shall you have us do?
I'm gonna make a knocking noise where the trail is. I'll follow the knocking noise, and and like this, and I'll tap. I'll basically move my rifle, and I'll bap the tree next to me to make a knocking noise. So it's wood on wood noise.
So we'll bounce from tree to tree and follow your lead.
Exactly.
You'll be
Perfect.
walking towards the brook to the sounds of every now and again. But yeah, you'll cross the brook. Hernas, you will pick up the trail again. It does go across. Both of these footprints eventually kind of wind up on top of each other. It seems like the second set that you found came after the first set. They are fairly recent.
Does the second set look like it's doing it's a tracking motion like I'm doing, or is
Yeah.
it a pursuit? Oh, it's a tracking motion.
Looks like a
Okay.
stalking. Yeah, you can see the side to side footsteps of someone like that's keeping an eye on a trail. Yeah, it does look like that. And eventually, there's a slight knoll. There's a slight hill. It's not very tall, but just kind of a mound of earth. And you can see a set of feet in shoes, peeking out around the corner.
Girl very slowly kind of look around, and then because in Hernaz's head, he doesn't know he has invisibility spell on him, so he's just moving quietly.
Yeah, you're like double him. Yeah, no one knows you're there. It would be hard to imagine. But you'll come around the corner. It's kind of, the air is kind of wet around here. It's kind of got that morning fog feeling. The light, if any, is very dim. And it's kind of cold in here. as you approach these feet. You round the hill, and you look down on you see a woman's face. She's on her back, and she's wearing just a black kind of robe is the wrong word. It's just very, very plain dress, very plain black dress. Like maybe linen, like it's not very cheap. Wearing black shoes, and she's just laying on her back on the ground with her feet peeking out around the hill.
Are her eyes open, closed?
They're open.
Does she seem to be breathing? Like her chest, like is she inhaling, exhaling?
Something looks weird about her chest. It looks like she's
I know what women look like, alright?
It looks like, no, it looks like her chest is like doing the opposite of breathing almost. It looks like it's suckering in. It's weird, like the robes are kind of like going into her chest.
Could I possibly throw an intelligence roll for like folklore or something like that? Like some old story I might have heard about a figure like this? Because this feels like a folklore person, like a witch or some strange forest creature.
Yeah, sure.
Look on this, I have no focus. I just have intelligence 1. Okay,
It's not
sure.
bad. It's
Let's
not
just
bad.
nail a roll I have no focus in. That's awesome.
Wow.
It's not bad. Let me show everybody at home. 17, 6 down points. Yeah, so as you get closer, she's dead. You could tell. With that roll, you could definitely tell she's dead. You don't see any sign of anyone else here. The footprints kind of lead away, back around the hill, and then, if you follow them, you follow them. But you see her robes are soaked. Now that you're closer, you can tell, like, they're darker on her chest. And yeah, it could definitely... It seems like maybe... You're like, why does this seem like a thing? Do you want to investigate, like, physically? Because you have to physically investigate in order to get all the information here.
I'm the most perceptive person in the party, unfortunately.
So you're going to go closer?
Yeah.
Alright, so you get closer. You kneel by the body. Still completely invisible. Yeah, you can tell her chest is messed up. You don't know what's going on under there.
There's no, like, stab wounds or bullet
There
wounds
are no
on
stab
her,
wounds. It's very weird. But you can tell, like, you touch her robes, soaked. They're soaked in blood.
Is Beal, not to get gruesome, is it warm still, or has she been dead a while?
It is, like, a little warm. But it's not terribly warm. It didn't happen, like, just now. It probably happened at least 15, maybe 30 minutes ago.
Does she have any, is she just in the dress? She has no, like, traveling equipment, no pouch, no purse or bag?
You're looking. She had a small sack. You go through it. There's like a knife in there. It doesn't look like it's for combat. It looks just like a pretty plain dagger.
Utility knife.
Yeah. She had like a water skin. And she had some bones in there. There's a handful of small, light, hollow bones. And some feathers in her bag.
Does the water skin feel full, or has she drank some of it?
It seems like she's drinking some of it.
I don't want to sail the body any further. I'm gonna take my rifle. I'm gonna look up, like we're near a hill. I'll look over at one of the nearby trees and knock on it.
So you guys have been kind of standing near this hill. You see it, but you don't hear another knock, and it's kind of concerning. And some time goes by. Maybe you wonder, and then you hear it. You approach, and you see the scene I laid before him.
Someone has killed her. I don't know how. She's only been dead a short while. A knife, some bones. I invisibly poke at the bag with my rifle to kind of highlight where it is in case you can't see it in the dark.
Does anyone know who this woman is?
There's a chance. Who wants to make a roll here? This is an intelligence roll because this is like remembering people.
I've been going around looking at people's faces trying to meet people.
That's true. I'll give you a slight bonus for that. I'll give you a +1.
Intelligence. Can I use intelligence common realm history?
Sure.
Yeah. I've rolled a 13 altogether. The +1 would make
You
it a
can't be
14.
sure, but you think she might have worked in the castle. You recognize the way her hair is. She has like her hair up in like a bun. It's just kind of nice, you know. It's just kind of an interesting, like, stood out to you for half a second. You think you might remember her.
I believe she worked in the castle. I'm not sure if she was a kitchen or handmaid or what it was she does.
She's a young woman,
I've seen this haircut before.
like maybe 20, dark black hair. Her eyes are gray blue as they stare up.
I'll close her eyes. This is someone's daughter. We should get her body back when we have the chance.
Absolutely. She'll need a proper burial.
Are there still is there still a tracking person after the first trail, or is her tracks the tracker? Like, is she the one that got stopped?
So the tracker. Oh no, this is when you're. Oh yeah, when you're looking at the shoes, you can tell this is obviously the first person. Smaller feet than the second set.
Oh, she was the one that escaped, and then the tracker found her.
Yes. Somebody found her. Somebody was looking for her.
I will point that out. Because I had that backwards in my head.
It's a good question. Yeah, no, I didn't even. I didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
I just assumed, you know, sometimes you forget to tell people stuff.
She was trying to escape into these woods to some place, and some tracker tracked her down, hunted her down like I would. Except I don't know what weapon they used to kill her. I can still see his tracks, though. We can still find whoever this is.
It looks like a blade was used to kill her.
There's no puncture in the clothing. Whatever happened is under the clothing.
We better get a move on and follow those tracks.
Agreed. We can always examine this body later. And I'll start sneaking away. Follow the trail. I'll try to move a little quicker because I'm afraid that the tracker I'm hunting may be trying to escape. Does it look like they're trying to escape? I don't know why I'm saying they're escaping.
Go ahead and give me another tracking roll. Sorry for so many, but this one's different.
No.
Damn, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So you lose the tracks, like, completely. You're like, what the hell? And then you're like, oh, he's moving. He's trying to not be followed. I see.
Purposely walking on roots and on rocks
you see,
and stuff, just to disrupt it.
You see the earth disturbed near a root from where it was pressed down from when he stepped, and like no one else would have seen that. No one else, and you do see it. Definitely see he has a head start. He's definitely been moving for at least at this point probably about 40 minutes.
Does it look like he's moving quickly, or is he moving slowly to break his tracks?
Deliberately. He's moving very deliberately. So not slow, but he is trying to hide his tracks and get out of here.
I'll knock. Well, actually, before I knock, I'll kind of freeze for a second, and I'll kind of look around to make sure. Because I'm thinking if I were placing a trap, I'd go like, "Go ahead, sucker, make that noise again. I dare you." So I kind of look around at. Is there anyone hiding? Look up at the trees.
With that roll, no, it does look like he continued on.
Knock, knock. And then I'll start moving a little quicker. I'm not trying to full-on run because I don't want to give away my position, but I am moving a lot faster now because I don't want to lose him.
Absolutely. So you pursue. The tracks, like, you keep losing them, but then you keep finding them. And you're still knocking? Right.
Yeah, and doing the same procedure. I'll wait. When I find the next trail, I'll kind of stop and I'll wait a second because I need to make sure he's not ambushing me, and then I'll knock.
So you will eventually leave the woods, and get back on the main trail. At this point, there are a lot of tracks, and it becomes more difficult to follow him. With that roll, though, you are able to tell that he headed to the castle.
Looking down the trail, do
You
I
hear
see a figure in
something.
the distance?
You hear
What?
something.
Uh-oh.
You hear something like, and you hear like a doom 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 doom. And you look back the other way. There's a wagon coming. Like right towards you. The rest of you emerge from the woods in time to see this wagon as well. The wagon can't see Hernaz. So it'd be really funny if he got run over. But,
I'll move up to the group and say the trail goes down that way of the road in the direction of the wagon.
Oh there, wagon.
why?
I'll try to wave the wagon down and step, make my way towards the road loudly. Ho there, wagon. Hey there.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey there, how's it going? Can I help
I'll
you?
be going ahead. You'll catch up with me later on the
He'll,
wagon.
he'll bring a crossbow onto his lap. If you're looking for anything in particular, this is the wrong fucking wagon.
Jesus.
So, sir, look at my regalia. Look at me. I'm from the Feywild. I have no intention of stealing your little rickety wooden thing. However, I don't wish to make my shoes or outfit any more dirty than I need to. Could I give you a few gold to take my friends and I back up to the castle? We're worn out from our walk.
He'll look at all of y'all. Sure. Hop on in the back. Just don't touch anything.
I do.
Touch anything?
Go ahead and jump on as well.
You all hop in the back. There's a lot of like barrels and just assorted goods back here. He just seems to be a traveling tradesman of some kind.
So it's faintly of ammonia because there's a bunch of black powder back there.
Welcome. Wow, welcome. Let's get a move on. I'm Darius Trucker, by the way.
Great name. I'm called Solwyn. I'm the third prince of the sun. And I gesture towards the sun.
I'm cleric of Washalia, but you can call me Belore.
You have a pretty great name. Reminds me of someone else. I'm not sure who. My name is Lord.
Well, Lawrence, it's nice to make your acquiescence. Corbillion's fist of rage. He'll continue down the road. Where are you going, Hernaz?
But as they were talking and securing the wagon, because I assumed they were going to be able to sweep their way onto the wagon.
Man, y'all sure
I'm gonna-
sweeted your way onto this wagon.
Yeah, we
I'm
do.
gonna jog because I'm hoping the sound of talking and stuff is gonna mask my footsteps. So I'm gonna kind of jog after the tracks, hoping to trying to make sure he didn't the trail doesn't suddenly dart back into the woods, or he just kept going onto the trail.
You pretty easily. I mean, you rolled 19. I'm not gonna make you roll anymore for this. Trail goes to the castle. Seems to go back in that side entrance that you found previously. But yeah, you do hear there's a lot of noise going on. Hey, how do y'all like songs? Anyone know a good one?
No.
She'll be... And he'll look at everybody.
Coming like a fountain when she comes.
Ha-ha!
She'll be coming
Like a fountain when she...
fountain
There
when
you
she
go.
goes. When she goes.
I haven't heard that version before.
Wrote it myself.
These songs are new to me.
It's supposed to be a mountain. You see?
Mm.
Yeah. The point of singing...
And what tale does this song speak of?
What? Which
What
one?
tale does this song speak of? What great legend is this?
She'll be riding 6 white horses when she comes.
All at once.
Wait, does this song have a person's name attached to it? Is this like Delilah or something? That thing? I don't know.
I don't know anything about this song.
Have you ever heard this song before?
I
Okay. I was just like, what?
You had John going. You should have kept him going. You
Kept it going. Kept it going. It's hard to pull the wool over these old eyes. Yeah, y'all will sing down the mountain. And yeah, you get back to the castle.
I'll call out, because I realize they can't hear me. Off the wagon, this way, to the side entrance. And then I'll move away from the wagon in case Mr. Crossbow over there gets jumpy.
What the hell was that?
This is our stop. Thank you.
Sounded like some kind of boogin. Or perhaps a specter.
Nope, not at all. This is our stop. Thank you. There's nothing strange going on in this castle.
Absolutely nothing. Goodbye.
That's a relief. Alright. I'll see y'all later.
Little does he know that he was visited by spirits for we are truly dead and haunting this place. Sorry, wrong story.
You can hear him bellowing out another song. Hey there, Delilah. What you doing in New York City? Thank you. But yeah. You re-enter the castle, right? As you enter the castle, just to kind of like give you that feeling, like there's just a bunch of people around, you know? And you're looking, you're like, shit.
From the tracks, because I've been following them a while, can I surmise how heavy set this person is? Because I'm an orc, so I'm a fairly heavy set person, but I'm light for an orc. Whereas Lawrence is a lot lighter because, yes, he's muscly, but he's a fish guy who can swim super fast. He's a little lighter than I am, for example. Or a little child.
Somewhere in between
that kind
you.
Of wide range.
Somewhere in between you and Lawrence. Kind of like a medium weight, not too heavy, just an average set. Maybe an athletic build, it could be.
Favoring one side or the other?
Huh. Yeah, probably. You'll notice, like, you'll pick up notes about their gait. I'll say that much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I have limited information. What are you doing? And they're actually, I will say before we start walking around. So this person favors one, has a certain way they walk, but they are skilled tracker. They are skilled woodsman. They know how to hide their tracks, which means they know this area very well. And they picked a perfect place to disappear into. So this is someone who does what I do. Although I don't think they hunt animals, I think they hunt people. For some reason or another, beyond me.
Most dangerous game of all.
That'd be a Malnasto, but
Second
most dangerous.
It seems that we have gone from cult-like magic to cold-blooded killings, and we have a murderer in our midst. This scratches my theory that whoever did this was under some sort of nightmare dream control. I now believe whoever did this knows damn well what they were doing.
The moves were too deliberate. You wouldn't be doing that half in your sleep. It takes too much focus.
Well, at least we don't have to accuse each other anymore. Or
I
worry
still
about
could,
that.
but...
Well, technically,
This is true.
it could be her ass. He could just be really good at lying.
Not only do we not have to...
Yeah, these
accuse
are totally
each
new
other,
tracks, guys.
there are a few names we can scratch off our list of suspects. We had just spoken to Emilio only minutes before. There's no way he could have gotten out there and done that killing. The same with... what's his name? Gandolfo Duro. He was here with us at the time and was conducting operations inside the castle, so we know those two are not guilty. Likely not the princess or the king, as they're attending to court and had no time to slip out.
Yeah, narrowing down the list of suspects. For sure.
Do they have a master of the hunt here at their castle? I know not all nobles have such things. But...
Yes, I asked Mr. Duro if that was something they employed here, and he pointed us towards just the groundskeeper Bartalo.
Yeah,
He
Bartalo
said he
keeps
handled
the
things.
Kingswood as well as the grounds here.
Yes, we should go find him. Go find him soon, quickly.
Yeah, he's either the one we're looking for, or he knows who in the castle is skilled enough to walk these woods. You would not be wanting to walk very quickly through these woods without a guide like me. You can get very easily lost in there. You didn't know what you were doing.
You guys gonna leave that body in the woods?
No.
I can go fetch the body. You three should probably hunt down this master of the hunt and interrogate him. I'll bring the body here to the side entrance. No sense leaving her out there.
Our hardest not to let things come to blows until you have arrived.
All of you
No
will,
blowing till you get there.
all of you will start to all of you will start to investigate or just kind of suspect people. You're walking around, you're wondering who it is. It could be anybody. That person stared at you just a little too long. This person is whispering to that person. As it really could be a lot of people. But you get back to the body, Hernas. You're there.
I will take a bit of food from my bag and leave it like near her body as a sort of almost like I'm asking forgiveness from her spirit, because I do that. And the reason I'm doing that is because I then I take my hatchet and I kind of tear at the dress to kind of get a look at where the blood is.
So,
because I want to see what killed her. But I wasn't going to do that a bunch of fun of people who aren't woodsmen. It's like, that's a good way to freak out the normies. Let's not do that.
So you cut her dress. There's not a mark on the dress, just completely intact. But as you do so, it becomes pretty clear that her chest is open. It's cracked open.
She tore herself open.
And her heart is missing.
Ba-ba-bum.
It was, from the looks of it, it was either magic or somebody carved it out and then put the dress on her. Those are like the only two ways what you're seeing could have happened. Sounds a lot like witchcraft.
Yeah.
But on that note, that's where we're going to end it for tonight. Thank you everyone for watching. This has been Fantasy Age from Green Ronin Publishing. Thank you to everyone who participated. Vampire Bites, Benji Penguin, we do see y'all. We really appreciate it. I have been the Game Master, Johananon.
It's me, Casualty CDG. I'm the co-host of Fresh Out the Box. I'm also the co-host of Fresh Out the Podcast. That's a podcast that we do about movies and video games and streaming shows and other pop culture things that we think that you would like because we like them, and if you're like us, then you might like what we like. Tell your friends to listen to our podcast. Tell your friends to watch our show, Fresh Out the Box. We play tabletop games with different folks. We do fun things here. We are just so fucking fun.
AD Stringer, also known as Corbinian. You can find me at ElectricMit CHSR on Twitter, or find me here on Twitch at Corbinian, under Corbinian here. Doing variety Twitch video game streams and tabletop role-playing games, such as on Saturdays where I do Star Trek Adventure Klingons by Modiphius, and watch Klingons do terrible, terrible things to perfectly nice people. Or is that the other way around? Anyway, that's me.
Times, and it's been me, Aaron Baumier, also known out there as Aaron Dippity Doo, game designer with Adventure Slaying Productions. Really excited about some stuff we've got coming up, especially this next month. Also, tomorrow is a new episode of the Adventure Slaying podcast. We interviewed, who was it? D'Angelo, that's his name. Good interview. Check it out. Comes out tomorrow.
Playing with D'Angelo, I sent him a bunch of friend request messages over the years, and we almost had him on for Vampire. Actually, he almost joined our little campaign.
Wait, the singer that had the one music video where the girl's blowing him in the music video?
I don't think so.
The same one.
Hey, but gotta try it. I appreciate that. Anyway, that's what's going on these days. You can probably check it all out at adventureslang.com.
I've been Keon, as always. Like I said, I have a new single out called Noose. It's way less intense than it sounds. It's streaming on all platforms. It's just my first name is my artist name, KIYAHN. You should check it out.
Thanks everyone for watching. Stay fresh.
Goodbye.